Welcome to another Let's Play Minecraft video. This is the third one. I haven't said this before, but if you like these videos and you want to subscribe, like the videos, doesn't really do anything for the videos, but at least I know that you've liked what you've seen so far. If you have any comments, go ahead and leave a comment. I have been doing some stuff. As you can see, I got plenty of stone, so when we go to build the castle, we have building material. I have laid out the first one of these. This right here is marking the way in. I'm going to have an open courtyard at this point. I'm going to have a tower like this, only a lot taller at the four corners. I'm going to open up these walls inside as soon as we close off the inner courtyard, because I want to have three more of these, one over that way and then two in the back, and then all that space in the center will be open, and that's where I'll put animals and things like that. But for now, we're just going to build the one corner of it and use that as our home. So not much has changed up here except for what I've already shown you. Down here is where I've done a lot of the work. I've done some digging here. I found some pumpkins and grew those. We'll show you that in a minute. One of the first things that I learned early on is to have a storeroom, but to have it make sense so you can find things, is go ahead and mark what's in the chest. So these three will hold my cobblestone, which I don't have a whole lot of because I've turned it all into bricks. This is all the other rocks besides smooth stone. I put my smooth stone here, and when I get a nether portal, anything I get from the nether will go in that stack. But this is where I put all the other bricks because I don't use those very often. I like the smooth stone, which is what's right here. Some things I like cobblestone, but these other bricks I'm not really a fan of. But if you did, you could find them really quickly there. This is where I'm going to put all my dirt. This has got plant stuff down here. Then I put loot, so if I kill something and it drops something, that's where I will find it. And then ore I put up there. As you can see, I did find some diamonds, so that's awesome. And basically I found all that just digging out the storeroom, and the other rooms I'll show you in a minute. This is where I have wood items. This is where I'm going to have anything I built, like buckets or furnaces, rail track. So that's where those three chests are going to be. Redstone items, so I have my redstone here, and it looks like I got some loot on me, so let's go ahead and drop that off. Yeah, redstone items will go there. Over here is wool and glass. I've taken some sand and turned that into glass. If you put sand into a furnace, it turns into glass. And then if you wanted panes, what you can do, I'm not going to do this right now, but if you put, no, you got to use a crafting table, just a second. If you take your glass and you put it into that pattern, you can turn the glass into panes, which is just like you have in your windows in your house. The blocks will be just like any other block, so it just depends on what kind of look you're going for. They all work. So, and then wool, if I had any wool, it would go here, but I haven't done sheep farms yet. Then I put my furnaces here, and that's what I've been using for the cobblestone and getting some ore. Put cobblestone here, it turns it into smooth stone. Smooth stone in a square pattern will turn into the bricks we've been using. I like to have some lava in here, so if you have something you don't like, you can just kind of drag it in there. Like this bow is kind of crap, so I just kind of throw it in there. It gets rid of it. I don't have to deal with it. I don't have mess around. This is an infinite water source. Let's see. Yeah, I need couple more buckets and I'll show you how to make two different versions of infinite water sources. So we're going to use our infinite water source, and I'll show you why that's called that in just 1 second. So if I take water, if I take it out of the sides, I ruin it. But if I take it out of the middle, the two sides will fill it back in, and I can take it again. So that's why it's called an infinite water source. Another way to do that is, let's get a little cobblestone, is you can do this. Let's see, we need that. You can build it like you've seen there, or if you want, you can build a square. And you want to put your water in the corners, opposite corners. And then you will have your infinite water source here. And then you just take it, and as long as you don't take it too fast, see, if I take it really fast, actually, let me drop that back in. I have to have these stacked so I can get it fast enough. Well, no, even that was not fast enough. If I take it too fast, then I ruin the infinite water source here too. But we'll clean that up later. Okay, what I want to show you today is how to build automatic farming system. Now, I've done some of the work already just to speed things up. While we're going there, I want to show you what I've been doing. This is my tree farm, if you can't tell. So inside, you just build a wide open room. You can plant saplings in here. Make sure you have torches within at least 2 blocks of it, and they will grow. So, and the room helps keep the size of the trees. I have mine a little tall, but you could pretty much build the this ledge here, which I use just to get around. That could be the ceiling, and it would limit the size of the trees, but I wanted to get as much wood as I could there. I also like to hide my crafting tables all around. This is a pumpkin farm, which is kind of interesting. What I do is I have water underneath these pumpkins, and I put these pumpkins, which are jack-o'-lanterns, and to build one of those, we'll go ahead and show you real quick. You take a pumpkin, you put the pumpkin here, you put a torch there, and now you have a pumpkin that emits light. So if you place this, you have to place pumpkins on something. So what I could do is put a pumpkin right there, and now I have a light source. I don't need torches. So to grow things, what I like to do is put the water underneath, which will hydrate the dirt so that they will, things you plant on there will grow. I put jack-o'-lanterns along this whole center, which provides the light for things to grow. And pumpkins need a spot to the, at least one side of it for the pumpkins to actually grow on, and it has to be dirt. You can't use rock or anything. At least I haven't been able to make that work, but if you just put dirt on there, that'll work. And in here I have my sugar cane, and I'm still trying to get this all the way populated, but same deal. As you can see here, I got water going underneath my jack-o'-lanterns, and this, you don't have to cultivate the land. To do that, you use the hoe, and you just go on land. For wheat and things like that, we'll use that. And then for this, you just plant. It has to be right next to a water source, It doesn't have to be on sand, as some people have said, but it just has to be right next to a water source. And you use this to make sugar, paper to make books, books to make bookshelves, bookshelves help your crafting, enchanting. I'm sorry. Okay. So this is the start of an automatic farming system. What we have here is a single water source that will flow downhill, and because it drops right here, it will keep flowing and then drops and keeps flowing, and I could go as many levels down as I wanted, maintaining that pattern, and it will hydrate all 4 of these going across. Now over here what we have is repeaters with no delay, 4 on each side, and then internally we have this redstone on each repeater. Yeah, I did that to get out. And we link them all up, and then up top what we have, let's go ahead and put that block back down, or a block, I don't really care which block it is. Yeah, that didn't work. Okay, up top what we have is a button right there, which is going, when you click it, it powers the redstone behind you, which goes down through here and circles around to this, which brings the signal back to 15, and then it powers all of these repeaters. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to grab all of this stuff and quickly show you how that works. What we have is dispensers. You can't use droppers, you have to use dispensers, because droppers just shoot things out. Dispensers can actually suck things back in. Now what we're going to put in here is water. In each one of these we're going to put water. And we could speed this up a little bit. I wanted to show you the behind so you would know how to wire this up. I can't remember where I saw this, and usually I find things on the internet and then I tweak them. This one I tweaked a little bit. But what happens is you hit that button, it powers them, and this water comes out. And when I have it all done, it will actually go all the way to the end. You hit the button again, it sucks the water back in, so the water disappears. Now right now I don't have the center blocked off, so it's feeding and stopping the water from going all the way down, but we're going to fix that here in just a second. So now that we have the dispensers in, what we'll do is we'll put some block up here and close all that in so it looks nicer. But now we want to get our light source. Right now we have a light source on each side with the jack-o'-lanterns. Now we want to do the same for the center. Now to do that, we're going to have to, first of all, get rid of the water source. As you can see, getting rid of that one source actually gets rid of everything, because that one source was shooting that all the way through. And jack-o'-lanterns, you have to sit on something, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to put a block there. I'm going to put my water source back in because that will speed up this process. And then we're going to put a block source there, jack-o'-lantern on it, break the block source, go back to that, put a block source down at the next one, And what I'm doing with the water source is actually, I break this, actually the water is bringing the stone back to me so I don't lose it, and then I can keep doing that. Now I'm going to do this all the way down to the end. We're going to cut away from the, well, I'm not going to make you watch all that because it'll be kind of boring, but we'll be back in just a minute. Okay, as you can see, I got my jack-o'-lanterns all the way down the center. You want to make sure that water still flows all the way down, otherwise you won't be able to plant seeds. This has to be hydrated, which means it has to be around a water source. And now we're going to go to our crafting table because we need to get some, I'll tell you in a minute. Basically, we need to do this, and we need to get some of those, and then we get hopper, that's what it's called. And I need 8 of those. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'll put those there. And I can save the rest of these for later. Now, back over to here. Go all the way to the end. And we're going to put a chest right here in the middle. And then I'm going to hold down the shift key. And I'm going to run hoppers, holding the shift key for each one. This one's going to feed everything it catches into there, which will feed it into there, which will feed it into there, which will put it in the chest. And just reverse that for this side. So now this one will go into there, which will go into there, which will go in there, which will go in the chest. And that is our automated farm. So we would cultivate this land with our hoe, and you just click on it with the right mouse, and there you go. And I don't have any seeds on me, so let's just go run and get some seeds real quick, which would be in the plant section of my storeroom. And there's the plant, so I get some seeds. Got 64 seeds, that's awesome. And we're not going to do all of the farming right now because I want to show you how that would all work. And seeds take a time to grow. So you just plant your seeds all the way down. And then we'll go ahead and throw a couple of this. Just to have something, and we'll pick it up. It's because we need to be over here. And we'll throw a couple on this side. So if you hit the button and you watch what happens, it took our plants, which turns into seeds, and it's going to wash them down, and as you can see, I have a design flaw. So that means I have to shorten up the flow so the water goes all the way through. And I'm going to go ahead and turn off the water. And now I just get my shovel, and we'll just take that away and do the same on the other side. Now, one thing we're going to have to show you this real quick. I tell you what, we're going to make this a part 2, and we'll stop the video now. It's at 21 minutes or so, almost 20 minutes, and fixing this is actually going to take a little bit longer. So we're going to do a part 2, and we'll stop this one for now. So I'll see you next time. Bye!